Good evening. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, I will be reviewing Stardom Halloween Dark Night 2023. That just happened this past Sunday, October 29th, at the Tachikawa Stage Garden in Tokyo, Japan. There were only 7 matches, and I gotta keep it real with y'all. This show really wasn't good. It really wasn't even entertaining, to keep it real with y'all. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So they started off the show with a Red Goddess match as part of the Goddess of Stardom Tag League tournament that's been going on. We had the team of Concave, annecon, convex, which is Syuri and Saki Kashima of God's Eye, taking on Prominence, which is Risa Sera, Kurumi Hiiragi. I mean, the one thing that I did like about this match is that Saki Kashima wasn't acting like a coward. She actually started off the match first, so I thought that was pretty cool. But it was at least good to see Saki Kashima get in there, fight with confidence. You know what I mean? So she wasn't acting like a coward in this match. So that's the main positive I take away from this match. But I mean, it was a solid tag team match, for the tournament. But Risa Sera was able to catch Saki Kashima off guard and hit her with an air raid crash and then pinned her for the 1-2-3. So Prominence picks up the victory and they get their first win in the tournament. They get their first win in the tournament, so they are now 1-0-1 with 3 points. And right now, Saki Kashima and Syuri, they are currently 2-2 with 4 points. So, yeah, just giving you an idea of where their standings are in points for both of those teams. Okay. Next match. Wait, where's the graphic? I just freaking had the graphic. Ah, here we go. Found it. So here was the next match. So this was the Zombie Rumble match. So the competitors, we had Super Strong Stardom Machine, Super Strong Stardom Big Machine, and Super Strong Stardom Giant Machine. We had Karma. We had Sexy Dynamite Princess, version 2, I guess. We had Kaichow. We had 3 zombies as well. Zombie A, B, and C. Yeah. I mean, the only really weird part was seeing Kaichow get, I guess, bitten by the zombies, and then she just woke up and started doing the Michael Jackson Thriller dance. I mean, that was kind of weird. I mean, the zombies were in there just biting folks. And so Sexy Dynamite Princess came out, and immediately, as soon as they kind of zoomed in on her kind of dancing and whatnot, I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. And then once I saw a closer look at the mask, I'm like, that's Hanan. So Sexy Dynamite Princess version 2 was Hanan. Wow. Wow. I definitely could tell from just looking at the mask and just her eyes. I could tell that was her. And then just, you know, her body shape. I was like, yeah, that's Hanan. That's totally Hanan. And then when she did the Bronco Buster, I'm like, yeah, that's totally Hanan. That's totally Hanan. So I thought that was pretty interesting. For the super strong Stardom machines, you know, super strong Stardom machine I know is Saya Ida. Super strong Stardom big machine is usually Yuna Mizumori. And I assume that super strong Stardom giant machine, I think that was Hanako instead of Lady C, because Lady C was out with an illness. So I think giant machine was Hanako. I think that it was Hanako. But anyway, I have no idea who the zombies were. Those weren't revealed. But, I mean, just to kind of go over what happened. The super strong Stardom machines together pinned Fukigen Death. Then they eliminated Karma over the top rope. And then the zombies pinned Ram Kaichow after biting her. And then the zombies pinned super strong Stardom Big Machine after biting her. And then the super strong Stardom machines that were left pinned Zombie C. And then the Sexy Dynamite Princess pinned super strong Stardom Giant Machine and Zombie B, both at the same time. And then Zombie A pinned Sexy Dynamite Princess. So it came down to Zombie A and Super Strong Stardom Machine. And Super Strong Stardom Machine ended up picking up the victory. So Super Strong Stardom Machine is your winner. But honestly, that match really wasn't entertaining. It really wasn't entertaining. It probably was. I understand it may have been the longest match of this whole card, but it really wasn't that entertaining. But I mean, you know, Hanan is Sexy Dynamite Princess. I mean, hey, it works. It works. So that's really all I can say about that. I mean, it worked. Okay. Next up. One second. Here we go. Next up, we had the Zombie Lumberjack match, where we had the team of Moonlight Venus, made up of Mina, Shirakawa, and Waka Tsukiyama, taking on Vulgar Alliance, which was Dump, Matsumoto, and Zap. I gotta keep it real with y'all. This match bored the mess out of me. It legit bored the mess out of me. Like, yeah. I mean, all Dump Matsumoto did was just hit a lariat, a few punches, a whole lot of kendo stick shots. I mean, I felt like Zap did a lot of the extra work for her team. And then it was just Mina and Waka just trying to fight them off as best as they could. But, I mean, Waka got misted in the face. And then Dump dropped her with a clothesline and then did a jumping body splash and pinned her for the 1-2-3. And there you go. Vulgar Alliance pick up the victory and even still attacking folks after the match. But honestly, it was boring. it was a boring match. I just got to keep it real. It was boring. Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was boring. Anyway, before we go into the rest of the card, here's a quick word on the sponsor for this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by Akideris, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Alrighty, folks. Let's finish up the rest of this card. Next up, we had a Trick or Treat Falls Count Anywhere match, where not only did Falls count anywhere, but I guess the objective was for each competitor to see how much candy they could pass out to the crowd, because they all came down to the ring with bags of candy. Anyway, your competitors were Momo Watanabe, Thekla, Koguma, Suzu Suzuki, and Seira. Oh man, I mean, it was pretty wild. Now, unfortunately, Koguma was not in this match, which I never saw any update on what happened with her, but apparently Koguma was not in this match. She was originally supposed to be, but she was not in this match. But anyway, I mean, what can I say? I mean, it was a Falls Count Anywhere match, and while most of the action was going on, you know, the ladies were just each throwing out candy to the crowd. Momo Watanabe was eating most of the candy, but I mean, everybody was just tossing out candy, and you know, I think Seira was probably more into it than everybody else. And then again, I mean, you know, Suzu and May, I think they probably tossed out the most candy, and Thekla did a little something, I guess. But I mean, it just wasn't that interesting. It really wasn't that interesting. But Suzu Suzuki ended up rolling up Thekla with a tequila shot for the 1-2-3 to pick up the victory. But honestly, after folks were just throwing out candy, and you know, I just was kind of disinterested, to keep it real with you. I mean, so yeah, that's really all I can say. I mean, I like the competitors that were in the match, but I mean, just the match itself, there's just nothing really interesting about the match, to be honest with you. But anyway, let's keep it going. This next match, I'd have to say, was probably my favorite match of the whole card, but that's not really saying much. We had the Halloween weapons match, which came down to a fatal four-way. We had Natsuko Tora versus Hazuki versus Saori Anou versus Mai Sakurai. And really, only Mai Sakurai and Hazuki were dressed in costume. But I mean, you know. This was a pretty good match. Even with the fancy weapons and all that. This was a pretty good match. I felt like all four ladies, you know, were showcased well with the comedy and action. So we even saw some handcuffs get used. A Thor's hammer got used, and I mean, just all sorts of fancy stuff in this match. So, I mean, it was pretty entertaining, and I just felt like this had a good amount of action for what it was. So I was actually all okay with this match. I was okay with this match, which is why I picked this one as my favorite match of the card. But that was pretty much all there was to it. I felt like once Saori Anou gained control near the end and kind of like, you know, handcuffed Hazuki and Tora Natsuko, and then just was pretty much easy pickings for her as she was able to hit Mai Sakurai with the Temps Tendre and pin her for the 1-2-3. And Saori Anou is your winner of the Halloween weapons match. But like I said, that was probably my favorite match of the whole card. But like I said, that's not saying a lot. That's not saying a lot. So, yeah. Okay, let's go to this next match, which this next match was a big old bust. A big old bust. Here we have a singles match. Mirai versus Halloween Mask. There was some wrestling. There was some. But this was the shortest match on the card. Mirai was able to eventually get a hold of this Halloween mask, tie her up in the ropes, and then remove the mask for it to end up being revealed as Ruaka of Oedo Tai. And then pretty much the rest of Oedo Tai came in and just beat down Mirai to the point where the ref called for the bell for a no contest. Not a DQ and giving Mirai the win, but no, just a no contest. So dumb. Honestly, that was a waste of a match. That was a big old waste of a match. That's all there is to it. There's no point in going further with that. It was a waste of a match. And then the main event was a freaking coffin explosion match with Fatal 4-Way style, where you had Mayu Iwatani versus Crow A versus Crow B versus Crow C. Thankfully, as the Crow wrestlers entered into the ring, they voluntarily revealed themselves. Crow A ended up being Yu. Crow B ended up being Megasis Megan Bane. And Crow C ended up being Micah. So, that's what it came down to. Fatal 4-way, Mayu Iwatani, Yu, Megan Bane, Micah, Coffin Explosion match. This match really wasn't too long. I think maybe it was a little over 6 minutes or 7 minutes, but honestly, this match wasn't too long. I mean, I guess kind of the interesting part was them capturing Rasi Ogawa. And even though Megan Bane did lay out Micah in one of the coffins that just fell apart, Yu and Megan Bane worked together to pick up and carry Mayu Iwatani and Rasi Ogawa to the remaining coffin. And, Mayu tried to fight back, but really it didn't work. They both got put in the coffin, closed the lid, then it, lights went out, and then you heard a big bang to count for the explosion. But they awarded the victory to both Megan Bane and Yu. I guess because they put both Mayu Iwatani and just Rasi Ogawa, even though he wasn't part of the match, into the coffin and closed the lid. And yeah, and then a bang. And that's your main event. That's your main event. This show was bad, y'all. Like, I understand this was a Halloween themed show. I understand that. And I understand that this was probably meant to be more of a Stardom and Showcase type show / comedy show, but honestly, this was just a bad show, y'all. This was just a bad show. A really bad show. And it kind of makes me understand why they really stopped doing the Stardom and Showcase type shows. But yeah, this show was bad. This show was bad. And apparently, according to Wikipedia, the Goddess of Stardom Tag League match at the beginning, apparently that was the pre-show match. See, I didn't even know that. But yeah, y'all. This show was not good. But there you have it. That does it for this review of Stardom Halloween Dark Night 2023. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty, and I guess let me know what y'all thought of this show. Did y'all think this was as bad as I thought? What'd you think of the matches? And yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the YouTube Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all in the next video. Laters.